Aquaba, and welcome to Expat Life Ghana. I'm Ayo, and this is Tony, and we're documenting our move from Texas to Ghana as we go beyond the return.
In this video, why can't Ghana compete?
Ugh. Why can't Ghana compete? Do you know why? Do you know why?
I have my suspicions. So let's get this video started.
Why can't Ghana compete? This is going to be a tough one. Okay,
Yeah.
Why can't Ghana compete?
Well, recently we moved and we've had a lot of subcontractors in.
Masons, electricians, the other electrician, plumbers, carpenters. It's just been like
Guy who's just there just to open the gate for everybody.
the AC guy,
Oh.
the gardener guy. We've had all the guys. We've had all the guys.
The guy that climbed the tree because the leaves were on the electric pole.
What do you call
on the
that?
wire.
Yeah.
That
was
guy.
just the machete guy?
The
The
machete
guy. Everybody's been up in here.
Other than being Ghanaian, we found they all have one thing in common.
Let me think. What could that be? I don't know.
They didn't seem like they knew what they were doing. None of them.
You can't say that.
I can.
These
In
were
my
professionals who came with references, some of them. Some of them came to us with other people who've had good experiences referring them to us. Some of them we've worked with before on smaller projects. How could you say that they don't have any experience?
I know, I just said they don't seem like they know what they're doing.
Why do you feel like that?
Because it didn't seem like they knew what they were doing. I was like, really?
Oh, just up
You got
and
to
down.
change the whole faucet for a little drip. You can't just go buy a new washer.
That has happened twice. I looked at the sink. It just needed that little black washer thing underneath to hold the thing together. And both times they were like, oh, you need a whole new sink.
First time, I was like, okay. Second time, I was like, nope. I'm going with you. I'm going to go. And I get to the hardware store, the plumbing store, and for sure, nope, they don't have it. You got to buy the whole thing.
Why? I like this to me doesn't make any sense. Because it's happened with us with door handles. Like the door handle is loose and it needs to be tightened up. And they're like, well, you need a whole new thing. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Surely there's a place where you can buy the handle. And then you're like, no, you can't even, it's even hard to find
You can't find spare parts like that.
How is that possible?
I don't know, but, we've had a run of the subcontractors in the house, and from one to the other, it's been a issue with customer service, an issue with
It's been a constant litany of
disappointment. And it's not just that they lack customer service, they lack a basic knowledge of how to do their job correctly. I had an incident with a plumber and the electrician fighting over whose job it was to install a water heater.
Well, I mean, you plug it in, and it has water coming out of it, so I can see
So they're
rest.
like, yeah, it's like, okay, so I pulled the plumber out of it and said, okay, electrician, I just need this on the wall and hooked up to the power. Oh, okay, but the plumber has to, don't worry about the plumber. Just put it on the wall, power source, okay.
Do you wish you had done it differently
I
now?
wish I had done it differently now because it's so high on the wall.
He put it up like it's 8 feet high. Nobody can reach it. How are you supposed to?
And it's like you can barely reach to turn on the water. I can reach it. I have to stretch. But then it's like for you can't.
How are they like the?
And it's like, oh, okay. Just leave it. So I just got to the point where I was like, okay, just leave it. I can fix it. I'll take care of it.
But I went in there and I looked, and it was like, I don't understand the holes. Maybe I should rephrase that.
What?
The extra holes. I don't understand any of the holes.
I don't understand extra holes. But the electrician needed to drill a hole for a 1/16 inch screw. He didn't have that bit. So he had a 1/4 inch bit. and he drilled the 1/4-inch hole and then tried to stuff things in so that the screw would go in. And
So for layman's, just so everybody else catches on, right? The hole needed to be like this big, and he drilled a hole out like this big. Like the hole was too big for the screw.
yeah, he drilled a hole this big. All he needed was something that, but he didn't have the tools to drill the smaller hole. So he thought, well,
But the AC guy did that too.
it's
He drilled a hole like, it was like you could put a whole animal could come through the hole. And the pipe was like this?
it's like these are guys that we've been using for 2 years.
They're good.
And to see how they operate, it's like, you know, they sell something here in Ghana exactly for that. You can go get it right down in the industrial area. I've seen them there.
Do you know what they did? They took the plastic wrap that the came in the box and stuffed it around the hole. And I was like, oh, good, because nothing could possibly get through that.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Leo. Subscribe right now.
But the plumber or the electrician did the same thing. You went in there and you were like,
Yo, what's the extra hole for? Why is the thing so high? Nobody can reach the on-off switch now.
so high.
Yo, do you not understand the concept of how to turn it off and on and how this works? I think that may have been a problem. He didn't understand how to use what he was installing, so he didn't understand the best way to install it.
But I get that. Okay, I understand that could be an issue. But the on-off switch is 6 inches from the ceiling. Like, who on earth puts a switch? What would be the point of having a switch if it's that high? If it's that high, it would just be an outlet, like just on.
I don't get it.
So I think this is the issue.
Oh, the movers. Well,
Oh no.
we go to the port area to find some movers, get a good box truck, enclosed box truck. And then they're not furniture, they're just movers. So whatever you have to move, they'll move it. So I don't know what was in the truck the last time they moved something, but they didn't clean it out very well.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine
Yeah, I can't imagine it happened.
that the
I
stuff
don't
that
have
you
to
brought in the
imagine.
house looked like you had rolled it through the grease pit at the Indy
It
500.
looked like I went to the hood and found furniture in a vacant lot and brought it home. I was
my
like, look, we got a new couch.
It was terrible. Every single thing was.
And it wasn't just that. It was, okay, I walked them through the house. This is what we're taking out. Went through every room. Okay, boss, no problem. Halfway through, the truck is filled. And I'm like, yo, we still got a lot of stuff to go yet. So they emptied out the truck, loaded it different.
It's like Tetris.
So everything in the house could fit. I was like, I was not trying to make 2 trips. I don't know if that was their thinking. Maybe I should have just let them make 2 trips. The stuff wouldn't have got junked up like it did. But
Oh my gosh. Well, but that's not the only time I've
professional
seen
movers.
people pack things. I bought 6 mugs yesterday as part of a gift. And the girl put all 6 in a bag and handed it to me, and I was like,
All that fine china, just chink, chink, chink,
it
chink
took
in
me
the
10
bag.
minutes to find the cups because I had to go through each one to make sure that there wasn't any chips on them. And then she threw them all into one bag, not wrapped or anything. And I was like, but I digress. Had those people had a clean truck, what would it?
I'd be up here talking, hey, you got to use these movers. They were awesome. Can't do that. I can't do that for the plumber, the electrician,
Nope.
the AC guys.
The mason, the gardener, none. You know what is actually the most irritating thing that happens over and over and over again with almost every service tech we've ever had out to our house? They don't clean up after themselves. Not one stitch. Like, the guy was here, he was drilling holes, He didn't say anything like, hey, I have to drill a hole into the other room.
Or into this room.
Or into this room. Didn't cover anything.
Let's cover this stuff. Let's get this out of here. Let's produce some protective type.
Not one word. But then when he was done, everything that he had, every mess was still there. The dust, the metal tips, the plastic wrappers from the materials, his water sachet bag. I was like, you're in somebody's house. You worked in a service-based business. You would never.
I usually left the place cleaner than I found it. And people are like, oh my God, Tony. I didn't know this place would look this nice. This really got it nice and clean in here. Didn't want to just shame me like that cleaning my house. Well, I came and made a mess. I just want to clean it.
But that's what you're supposed to do. And sometimes, like, they'll make a mess. Like, the one guy actually cleaned up after himself a little bit. I mean, not very much, but like put stuff into a bag and put it on the front porch. I was like, are you coming baback for this? Is this garbage? Is this still good? What am I supposed to do with this? It's so frustrating. Mm-hmm. Leo runs around outside with no shoes on sometimes, and people will leave like used screws and metal wiring. They take it out of the house and they just throw it in the yard, because the yard, I guess, is where you put garbage. Okay.
So
let's get a little hot in here. So how can Ghana compete if this is what you're dealing with?
Well, I think, they're going to have to either get better training, take customer service seriously, and understand that it's not just, okay, I'm coming to change out this light fixture and that's it. No, you're coming to provide a service. You're coming to take out the old light fixture, dispose of that properly, install the new light fixture, make sure it's working correctly, and dispose of any trash, debris, clean up after yourself when you're done. That way it looks like, hey, I came in the room, it's a brand new light fixture up there. Not, damn, I stepped on the old light fixture and all this trash up here. Yeah, I should have seen it because there's a new light fixture up there. I should have seen all this mess. In fact, I wish the light fixture wasn't up there so I wouldn't see all this mess. So, lesson learned on that.
We've also been eating out a lot.
Right. And that's a challenge.
And that is also a challenge, which I feel like at this point in Ghana's development and evolution, it shouldn't still be a challenge to go out to eat and get good service. Like, when you deliver the food, check and see if everything's okay. When you see beverages are empty, stop and ask if anybody would like another one. At the end, when you clear the plates, bring the check. I don't understand the clearing the plates and then having to wait another half an hour for the bill to come. What's happening?
Yeah, that goes into the customer service training of hospitality, hotel, motel, restaurant, service industry, that there's not a training service provider that people can go to and then get this training and then go out into the workforce. And I would have to fault the owners for not seeking better employees. They're just bodies filling a time frame. You need somebody to work from 8 to 5. Okay, I got a body here to work from 8 to 5. A body here, not even to work. There's somebody here from 8 to 5. That's what it feels like.
Okay, I have to object on that one.
What?
Because we have talked to a lot. I mean, and we ourselves have people who we employ, but we've talked to a lot of other people in the diaspora who come to build a business. They want to start something entrepreneurially here. And their number one complaint and frustration is trying to find quality help. Like, it's just not there. I'm going to tell a story because I think this is hilarious.
Go ahead.
Right? We were at the lodge. You had somebody come in from for a tour, and they were staying, and I showed up, and they were like, oh, let's all take a picture together. And I was like, oh, yeah. So we were taking a selfie, right? We're all lined up taking a selfie. And the worker that you had on trial was standing close by, and I said, "Hey, can you take this picture for us?" And she got up close next to us and smiled.
Yeah.
I was like, no. Can you take the picture for us?
Yeah, that was.
I
She doesn't work for us. Like
No.
the
trial did not work out.
Yeah,
The
that
trial did not
didn't
work
work
out.
out. That was like, wow.
But and maybe this was communication more than service. But in that
No,
moment,
it was like, why do you think we want a picture with you in it? We're all trying to get in this picture. You see, and then you pop up. Yeah,
it's the funniest thing.
Oh dear.
Oh yes, dear.
So
It has been a challenge for you on the hospitality front and the tours, and me in like the more clerical office space to find good service on either end. And I think, man, if somebody like, I don't know what the answer is to this, but
if somebody
could do something.
come start a hotel, motel, restaurant, hospitality service industry.
Like a training service?
Training service. There you go.
If someone had a training service here, would you call them for an employee?
I'd call them.
Didn't even finish the question.
I'd call them. Hey, you got a worker? Okay. They graduated your service? Okay. Send them my way.
I actually think I would too, because that's the problem I keep having over and over again. That's the problem you keep having,
Yeah,
like
that's my
hands down
problem.
over and over again. And so many other people. So again, how can Ghana compete in terms of drawing and retaining investors,
I
people
think
in diaspora?
You say that, and I think we're an anomaly, that we have come to Ghana and we did our 2 years. We see so many other people come here and they experience these frustrations. They're like, I just can't do it. I can't do it.
And they leave.
And they leave. And as welcoming as Ghana is trying to be, you have to understand welcoming is great, but you have to be able to retain these people when they get here. And I don't think Ghana's in that position.
Join the conversation. Drop a comment below and let us know what you think.
Well, I mean, if you're coming in and you can't get the service, not even the service that you expect, but because I don't think this is something where it's like, oh, they have to be more American or they have to be more
Right.
Western. Like, you should be offering good service if you are working in a service-based industry. If you come into somebody's house to do a repair and you leave it worse than it was when you started, that's not good service. So you're not training a good service industry, and you're not building something that is going to continue to grow as capital investments, right? But on the other end of that, if you're drawing people that you want to come and invest in a business here, the workforce,
Yeah. How are you helping them once they get here and they're getting these businesses set up? There's some things that should be in place.
like a workforce that understands what service and employment looks and feels like. It's very interesting because I think it's interesting because you have pointed it out. People have come and then they're like, this is not going to work. And they've gone on. If Ghana wants to retain the momentum that they had from their tourism sector and translate into investment in the country, is this it? Is this the thing?
I believe that Ghana has to look outside of the box from its norm of thinking. One example I have is I drive up and down the streets and I think of how bad the roads are. Not just the roads in Tema or Accra, but the roads, these villages, the motorways. And while I'm on these same roads, I'm driving by these companies with these brand new, heavy operating machines that
Repair a road.
Could repair roads. I'm thinking, why don't the government say, hey, you got all the equipment, let's repair these roads. Let's find grants or whatever. Let's get the roads repaired. Let's do that. Even we're going to go in a hole getting these roads repaired instead of some $1 billion project that I understand the $1 billion project, whatever it is that's happening in Tema. But that's one small thing that will serve one small community when you have so much more that you could be doing that can make much more of an impact.
So you see like the systemic investment part of it in terms of the infrastructure. But I still kind of feel like there's something to be said about continuing in higher education. Like when you go to learn to be an electrician, is there not a part of the coursework that says, hey, you should clean up after yourself when you're done?
No, it's not. No,
but
it's
there
not.
should be, because
No. That goes into, before you're an electrician, you have to understand, hey, customer service. I'm not just going to, I'm going to provide a service. So before you get to being an electrician, you're going to be, I need to know how to provide a service. I need to know how to talk to people. I need to know how to listen to people, to understand what their problem is so that I can say, yes, I can fix that problem, or no, I cannot fix that problem.
And say you can't if you can't, but also carry the right tools for the job that you're going to. Like, how does a dude only have one bit? One bit?
Things have to get better. You want better. You have to understand what you're asking for. You're asking, hey, if we're trying to develop our country, we can't keep going with the same attitude that this is okay, that's okay. We have to elevate everything. We have to elevate our anticipations. We have to elevate our expectations. And we have to elevate our service, what we're delivering to people, what we're giving to people. That's the most important thing.
And with that,
oh, damn.
yeah, I mean, like, I feel like that was like the cherry on the top. Well, I can't, that's it. What he said. Bam.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you have not already joined our closed Facebook group, do so now, because I feel like this conversation is going to continue in that space. You can find it on Facebook, join it, and connect with folks just like you.
Yep. And if you're planning your first trip to Ghana, check out what we have to offer on our website, expatlifeghana.com, including full-service tours, airport pickups, drop-offs, and day trips to see the best of Ghana.
And don't forget, we have accommodations now at The Lodge. Full service B&B, all-inclusive packages. It is the bomb. And our staff has been customer service trained. You
Yes,
should
they
get like
have.
a little pin or something.
I can help you.
Oh. You're actually going to get those now.
I am. That's going to be our new slogan. We can help you.
Hit that like button if you are still here with us, and don't forget to subscribe. That way you can join us the last Friday of every month for our live. I love our lives.
Yeah, I love it. I'm looking forward to the last live.
Yeah. So you want to join us for that live. That's where we can answer questions and engage with you.
Yep. And with that, Jolly out for now. I thought you were going to steal my Charlie out for now. You were like, and with that, I was like, oh, damn. Just end it.
Like,
just cut right there.
Like,
Like, oh,
that was the end. I
yeah, you
tell
should
you.
have just dropped that. Yeah, you should have. Oh, that
Well,
would have been tight.
I'm sorry. If you want, I can cut it and edit and like drop a fake mic. No, dude, it's been so frustrating. And then you've been working so hard, so then I'm here with the subs. I didn't know that the dude didn't need 2 holes. Otherwise, I would have been in there. Like, how does he have a hole? Big A hole. That sounds weird, but then a second A hole right underneath it. Gigantic hole.
No, it's just a hole up there. You're like,
What the?
and he was supposed to put that stuff in the trunking, and he didn't.
In the what?
In that wiring like that.
Oh, I was wondering about that. And, I paid him for the sensors outside, all the materials. I mean, where do today? Not my favorite. There's some people, when I see them out in the street, I'm just gonna punch them in the nose, punch them in the throat.
She's the violent.
I'm not. I'm non-violent. Unless you've come in my house and made a big mess, and then I was provoked. Self-defense. Self-defense. You guess?
I have my suspicions.
And it's because everyone is sick. Oh, that bad? There's tissue over there. Cut the America, huh? Aquava. 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 Ready? Aquava. Welcome to Expat Life Now.